Hey, what's going on? No Nation. CJ Wilson here with DoakTalk. Of course, I am your host. Got my partner here, former FSU fullback James Coleman, 36. What's good? Talk to me, bro.
Man, I'm good, man. Football season right around the corner. Summertime workouts at high school. Everybody's doing their thing. I hope everybody's getting prepared though, because when the season kicks off, it's not we haven't had a good season without a tailgate. So the season's coming right around, and depending on how good the tailgate is, really directly impacts how good the season goes. So we got to make sure everybody's on par with that.
Let's jump to some FSU football real quick, man, from the recruiting front. It's been a very explosive month of June for FSU, to say the least. These guys have been on the tear, man. They've gotten 12 commits within the month and have a few more lined up, and also some commitment days lined up going into early July as well. Um, to say the least, has been a crazy month for the Mike Norvell and the staff. Really exciting times. People are talking about, we got that new settlement money in from the ACC and all that type of deal, so we spend it the right way. But it's a few guys that I haven't really spoke about on Dope Talk because these commits have been some have been surprising, come out of left field, and just too damn many to kind of make videos individually, right? So it's a few guys I want to talk about that I haven't discussed. Want to get your opinion on them as well, and we'll go ahead and jump into the film on them and kind of dissect a little bit and see what you think. All right, so we got Xavier Tiller, four-star tight end, has committed to FSU about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago from Fairborn, Georgia. 6'4", 212. We beat out Auburn and Alabama. A few clips from his huddle. This kid is pretty damn explosive with the ball in
And
his hand.
overall, yeah, see what a lot of people again, just so people could know, this is what I would be looking for. When you got a tight end, you don't need to see him running four verticals. You don't need to see him running all the. What tight ends are going to do is drags, overs, slam releases. And what was cool about his film is that's all I saw was drags, overs, slam releases, and and when he's catching it, so like right there, that was a kind of a slam. But look at what he catches it. Like, is this a house call? I
Yep,
mean,
man, pretty good athlete.
when you watch the skill players on the high school level, if I don't see them catching and stretching it, I don't want them. Because if you can't separate in high school, you're not going to be able to separate in college.
Correct.
So good. I mean, again, this is one of those guys. The first couple clips, I saw everything I needed to see, and I'm like, cool.
Real nice size. This one came a bit of a surprise from people, but again, his official visit to FSU. Okay, his official visit to FSU went better than expected, and he after that he started trending towards FSU. Was committed to Texas A&M earlier in the spring, decommitted from them, excuse me, and it pretty much boiled down to FSU, Auburn, and Alabama. With FSU getting a surprise commit, and like I said, he can do a lot of stuff with the ball in his hands and make plays after the catch.
Thompson gonna stay getting on the board now.
Yeah, that's one thing about the two things for sure, man. The deputy man, he gonna give him a blue chip tight end. That's one thing about it. He's been doing a hell of a job recruiting high school and the transfer portal. If you guys remember, we ended up getting um, yeah, forget your boy from South Carolina just that damn quick.
Oh, uh,
Valdosta
yeah, not from Valdosta. Played at South Carolina. Damn, he
from Lake City.
um
God damn.
plays with the Patriots now.
Yeah, one got drafted by Jaheim Bell.
Yeah,
So
I'm
of
like,
course he got
oh,
Jaheim
okay,
Bell out the
okay.
portal. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the next one. This may be my personal favorite from the recent commits within the last few weeks, and it's a trench player. Jakobe Green, 6'3", 335-pound guard from, well, he played ball at Niceville, ended up transferring over to the local A50 Gaston County team. Man, shout out to Gaston. I ain't gonna say shout out to Gaston. I'm kind of pissed, man. Them boys
Hey,
been they've
is
been
Harlan
stealing, man.
is Harlan doing the video?
Yeah,
I love. Can we go back to that last clip real quick? That just good night, man. That just no. I mean, yeah, not the tight end, but just the violence that was in this man pulled. Did you see when he pulled and hit the end, man? That's child abuse.
do you already passed it or?
No, we had our. Yeah, I think we already passed it, but it was
I
just
think
a.
that was the first clip that was on Twitter as well, man. The
Yeah,
kid
that's
is
the one that made me say, "Hey, whatever. I don't care what his ranking is. Give me this."
right.
This
So he's violent and he's physical as hell and pushes cats back. Yeah, right there.
Jeez,
Shit. Here it
this
is.
is
Right there. This boom.
pow.
Boom.
Just,
And
and
then
that's
later.
late, right?
Yep.
Yeah, man. He ain't playing no ducks, man. I love it, man.
This play here is on Twitter as well. It's pretty much one of those blind side plays where he just took this motherfucker for a ride. finishes off his blocks. We talk about rankings and all that, but nah, this is what we need. Nastiness.
Yeah, I remember the guys from Gasson were talking about this recruitment and some of the different things. Again, one of the things they're doing a better. It seems like they're doing a better job of layups and protecting the 250-mile radius. I think the more we focus on that and they more rein that in, maybe with Devin Respers having the natural relationships in that 850 area, being from
Yep.
there, also having coached at Gatson, Taylor, Rickards, a bunch of other different places around there. He should be. It should get better, but you know, if you're going to be critical, you have to give credit where credit is due.
Facts. Real good get. He was labeled a 3-star on paper, but again, you see the film, and that's why I tell people to come to offensive lineman. Yeah, stars are cool and all that type of deal, but if you have the measurables and body type, again, you're physical, we can teach the rest. And I think that's what Herb feels like with the offensive lineman he's been targeting. It's been real specific as far as body type measurables and the nastiness on the field. So shout out to Jakobe Green. This kid also, once he gets developed, he has a lot of baby weight on him as well, still too. So once he get into make shout out to Coach Lyles, he's gonna do a hell of a job with him this year. To once he gets to FSU, one of the better strength coaches in the 850. Once that transitions to FSU and Coach Storms, he started getting some good meals as well too. You can kiss the baby. All right, so this one here came as a very big surprise. He actually committed recently today. We're recording on Thursday, June the 26th. Jasen Lopez, 4-star receiver, slot receiver from Chaminade down in South Florida, ended up being the Miami Hurricanes out for this commit. Big time playmaker, man. This kid is someone that the Hurricanes coveted very, very highly. Plays basketball as well. And he has an offer from FSU. He's a top 150 basketball recruit. Shout out
Mm.
to we ended up with a one hand catch. So he's going to be playing both, well, two sports for FSU, as a lot of these cats have been doing, like Makai Dansley, BJ Gibson, and others. He's one of those slot merchants. And again, he attacks the ball at high points, and he has some basketball highlights where he's dunking on two cats, and it translates to the field. I like this route right here. So this route here pretty much reminded me of Xavier
Reposado is what I used to call him.
I call him Espresso, like the shot. So that's why I can't get his damn last name. But Restrepo from Miami, I think he's a higher caliber athlete. He's more athletic Restrepo. And you guys know he was pretty damn effective for the Miami Hurricanes. I think he's their all-time leading receiver. Just couldn't do shit against Florida State when real DBs played him, but that's another topic. I think Lopez could be a big time playmaker for FSU. And
Okay.
again,
Okay.
right. Playing at Chaminade, one of the bigger programs in South Florida as well. Edwin Joseph's from Chaminade and a few others. Yeah, we got us a slot merchant, man. I like that. We haven't had nothing like this in a while. And to also get a win versus the Miami Hurricanes is pretty good. This is someone that Norvell and staff covered it pretty high. Shout out to Tim Harris, man. Coach Harris has done a hell of a job recruiting from the receiver standpoint, man. We
Three
really,
4-star receivers, right?
yep, 3 of them so far. So really good job. And that's 3 4-star receivers within the last month. We already had the Tampa kid, Darren Williams. Is it Williams or Williamson? That's from Tampa Plant that we beat out Florida for. They was trying to flip during the last minute. Yeah, Darren Williams. So shout out to Tim Harris and staff, man. Coming off a 2-win season. And also Gus Malzahn doing a hell of a job recruiting from the receiver standpoint. Last one we'll get done with his highlights. Boom. Real good slot merchant. All right, this is the last one to talk about. We don't have highlights on him, but Luke Francis is another, like I said, as far as body types. 3-star guard, 6'4", 335-pounder from England. He's going to be playing his senior football at Coral Gables down south. Ended up camping at Florida State. Played both ways, offensive line, defensive line. We recruited him as an offensive interior guy. Body size, he could dunk as well too. Pretty athletic kid. I know people's kind of complaining about the take, man, but if you're 6'4", 335, and you can move and dunk, I think Herb can do something with it. Of course, he's not expected to play right away from FSU. Will be a developmental phase, but a good take from a body size standpoint, in my opinion. Let's talk about that tailgate for a second. Of course, ever since the news dropped that FSU was going to be hosting Bama for the first game of the season, we already had the vision in mind and things like that. I think this is probably going to be our biggest one that we've hosted thus far, especially in Tallahassee. Just speak about the lineup we have for this tailgate at this point in time. We're just, 2 months away, and all the things that entail with the tailgate and all the stuff we're going to have for you if you purchase your ticket.
Yeah, one of the benefits of our tailgates is that you're going to get it. If you're an FSU fan and you have nostalgia, it's probably the best tailgate you can go to because we're going to have the legends there. Peter Ward, Derek Brooks, damn, why can't I think of my guy's name? Travis Minor, uh, Kez McCorvey, Snoop Menace, E.G. Green, Andre Cooper. Those are some of the names that have been that have kind of committed as of right now. We'll have more and more. We'll start dropping commit notes from these guys as well. But bigger than that, just what's going to be available there. We're going to have two DJs. We'll have seafood section. We'll have our barbecue. So we'll have Peachy Boys and we'll have Big Shannon. Everybody who's been around the tailgates from jump. You guys all know who Cheese is. And for that 3 hours right before kickoff, man, it's gonna be all you can eat, all you can drink. And if you are not going to the game because tickets going, I'm looking at the tickets. Hell, I might not be going to the game. I might be selling my tickets to go make some money. But we will have TVs at the tailgate, so you'll be able to watch it there and be able to check it out and have a good time. Save top of lot 19. Imagine Orlando. If you were at Orlando, Orlando got out of hand real quick in a good way. It should be Orlando, but we'll have more things under control because we'll be in Tallahassee. Though. But I can't wait to see everybody. And hey, we undefeated right now, so ain't no need to be sad.
Right. This is the one I'm looking forward to the most. First game of the season, hosting Alabama. And like you stated, the tickets are pretty. It's a pretty hefty ticket price, but at the same time, you guys know with the renovations last year for Doak Stadium, it's going to be the first time it's going to be open to the public. The new look stadium, of course, AD Alfred has been very excited about all the new additions and renovations to Doak. And like you said, man, we're going to have TVs as well streaming the game. If you don't purchase your ticket, 12 o'clock games. And that's another thing about it. That whole Saturday rather. It's big time games all throughout. So we're going to be having, like I said, the TV streaming showing those games. Come grab your food, get a few plates, and also take some shots and get some liquor with the guys. It's going to be a hell of an event. Last thing, make sure you guys bring your pen, whatever paraphernalia you want to get autographed and things like that, man. Because like you stated, there's going to be some heavy hitters that's at this tailgate. You're talking about Heisman winners and first round picks, NFL Hall of Famers, and just none of that really matters, but more so what they did at FSU. You guys remember that 100%. So go ahead and lock in, grab your ticket. The ticket is in the description. I'm going to put it in the comment section as well. Go ahead and knock that ticket out. You can't beat it. All right, James. Let's go ahead and jump into another big event you have coming up for the month of July. As most people know that follow you, do this every year, and it's a big event that you do as far as going to Jacksonville, Orlando, and Tallahassee. You do a book bag drive, not just in a football camp as well, but it's not just a book bag drive. You get a lot of stuff within the book bag. Of course, you get supplies for the week, if I'm not mistaken, and you also get food as well too to take home to the family. So let's talk about the giving. What made you get into that first off, and just the process of getting into that, and all the three um, locations you have and what the people could do to help out with that.
Well, the reason why we got started was with COVID. COVID hit in 2020, and that was when I turned 36. So I was like, man, you know what? I want to bump selling my celebrate my 35th. I'm gonna celebrate my Jersey year. I'm gonna have a big celebration for my Jersey year. I was gonna do something in Jacksonville, Tallahassee, and I was gonna go to the DR and hang out. And the world shut down. And so when I said, man, you know what? I not a big birthday guy anyway, so that's what I get for trying to celebrate it. But what if we just did some things for some kids that were around locally? And so we did it. We went back in Tallahassee. A lot of people told me I didn't do enough back home. So we did it at Bond Elementary School. Went really, really well. Jacksonville said, "Why we not doing it here?" And then we just kept it going, man. And it's gotten bigger every year. As I joke with people, it's the largest book bag drive you've never heard of. And whatever funds we don't raise, it comes out of my pocket. So we crowdfund it. So it's $36 a bag, technically, and that bag it's a nice book bag. This year the bags are gonna. So we'll have our oh man, I don't want to talk like this on the show. We'll have our minority face, the inspirational bags. We'll have those. That we normally have. Actually, hey man, bring me that bag. Hand me that bag. So people can see it. But we'll have these bags. But I got a guy putting. We're gonna put MFTK on the other bag. So, but this is what one of the bags look like. One
So,
of the cool things, my son probably won't remember this, but I wanted to buy him a Spider-Man book bag like every other normal kindergartner once, and he didn't want to go to school with the bag, but the little boy kind of looked like him when he was that age, and people were saying, "How'd you get your bag, your face on the book bag?" And I was like, so I was ready to take him after the first day of school to go get my son the proper book bag. But he
Right.
was like, "I'm cool with this. This book bag's kind of cool." The Pilgrim said his book bag was cool, so that's what we went with. But again, every year we do this. This is year 6, and then we added the football camp after the first year. So we've been doing this will be the 5th year we do the football camp, and then giving the food away, man. It's some good food. It's just like the tailgate. Like again, not to just not too not you've been there, CJ. You've been doing these tailgates with me for this is year 3, I think. Like we not this ain't no
It's no
burgers and
bullshit food, man.
burgers. There'll be burgers and hot dogs there, but man, you getting ribs. You getting like you eating like I would. I don't. The food that we give away is food that I would eat in my own house. So fresh produce, a lot of stuff, man. But again, $36. If you got it, give it. You go to mftkfoundation.com. You use the Stripe, so you can use your credit card. Track it. We do this stuff because I know a lot of people are cynical in today's day and age, and I get it. But you can see exactly where it's going, and I encourage anybody forget all of the money as much as anything else. I need you to come out and volunteer. Come into these neighborhoods and really get in there, get active. And you'll see that the difference between you and somebody else is just a zip code. All anybody wants is to be able to provide for their family, get their kids educated, and not start no trouble. And that's what I love the most about it. We shutting down the hood, all right, and I love it.
Perfectly said. Make sure you guys can also, like I said, donate $36 for the book bag. That is also in the description. We're going to be, of course, promoting that up until the point. And he's 100% right. You will bring the hood out for sure, man. I seen it firsthand. Well, that's what we got on the recruiting front. Go ahead and wrap this video up. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel 36. Let the people know where they can find you at or get more content from you because you got your own stuff going as well. Let them know.
Biggest thing right now, Dim Media Group on YouTube. If they can go check it out at Big Game James _36 on Twitter and IG, as well at Sports Den Live on IG and on Twitter. Check us out. FSU, Jaguar, really just football content in general. We love talking ball. Again, like this year, like we were talking about at the beginning of the show, ramping up for the tailgate season, ramping up for our community outreach stuff. But we talking about again, we'll be talking about commits and all these other different things and doing Jaguar specific and FSU specific things where we break down the classes, break down recruiting and other things of that nature as well.
Yes, sir. So hit that like and subscribe button for both channels if you haven't already. And like I told you guys earlier, grab your tailgate ticket. This is one you don't want to miss. I'm telling you, you're going to be seeing a lot of videos, a lot of pictures, a lot of stuff post tailgate on social media. You're like, damn, why didn't I go to it? Let you guys know now. And also $36 for the book bag drive. Go ahead and donate to a good cause. It's going to be a family in need that needs this stuff. So go ahead and donate and be a helping hand. Again, hit that like and subscribe channel. Go Noles.